Rogera Robertson's energy knows no bounds. She's the mother of 14 children. When her 11th child, Kevin, didn't talk at the same age as other children, she knew there was something wrong, but the word autism wasn't used in the late 1950s.
And you'd be talking to someone about your child, and they would say, oh, you know, I have a friend who has a child that's mentally retarded. Unless that child had Down syndrome or that type of a physical condition that people would word, but if they weren't talking and you knew that, well, I believe that they can, but they stopped talking. And then there were other things that we as parents went back and forth on over the years.
When doctors finally diagnosed Kevin as mentally retarded, she refused to institutionalize him at Fernal Developmental Center and instead kept him home to grow up with his family. She credits Martha Ziegler, author of My Daughter, My Teacher, and former director of the Federation for Children with Special Needs, for getting her involved in advocacy, not only for Kevin, but for all other individuals with disabilities as well.
Martha Ziegler was the person that brought parents together, all the support groups, and this was all word of mouth and the telephone.
Rogera quickly understood that the type of disability was not what was so important. It was the individual needs of the child and the individual needs of the families.
Ziegler says Rogera and her late husband were also active in the civil rights movement at a time when the country was undergoing tremendous change. 25 years ago, Rogera met a young woman who was also the mother of a boy with autism, and over the years they would come together as friends and advocates. Today, Jonah Johnson-Smith still shares that special bond with Rogera.
2 years after completing nursing school, and here I was as a child I could not take care of properly until I met Rogera. And so she allowed me to be the person I was meant to be by helping me to parent my child the right way, and to also be around other parents so that I could not feel isolated, so I could know I was one of many parents.
First thing is get together with other parents and support groups, because that's where you need the support. That's where you're going to get it. You'll get it from the medical profession, yes, but with other parents that are going through the same process, they're the only ones that really understand what you're feeling.
Over the years, Rogera's advocacy work would take her to the State House on Beacon Hill to fight for passage of the landmark law known as Chapter 766. She went to see the late Massachusetts Senator Ed Brooke on Capitol Hill in Washington to fight for programs like ABCD and Head Start, programs that continue today.
I think it's important for parents today to realize that the services they're receiving today didn't just happen overnight. It was the hard work of parent advocates and those who worked with parents as advocates, professionals and individual parents who came together as a group.
I've known Mrs. Robinson for plus 25 years. Kevin was in a group home that I ran personally, and have found her to be a delightful and gracious woman who has unlimited energy when it comes to supporting Kevin.
Mrs. Robinson is a hero to me because she always comes to this program whenever we ask for anything and everything. She always ready to help us out.
Rogera Robinson is a hero to me because she looks outside of herself and she thinks to help other people. She thinks outside the box. She is still going strong. She's, I believe, I can't tell her age, but she's in her 8th decade, and she's still helping parents.
I'd like to say thank you, Rogera, for your good hard work. And thank you for coming to work with me. It was a great treat for me.
I love you, Rogera.
Today, Rogera continues her work on behalf of all individuals with disabilities, whether it's fighting for better access on public transportation or bringing a meal to Kevin's program. That's why she's a local hero.